For this flight, I took off from a small airport in southeast Missouri. It is normally used for crop dusting operations. The goal was just to hold the throttle down and gain as much altitude as possible just to see how high I could go. This involved picking a day when the winds aloft would be really calm, and also meant that I needed to dress for really cold weather because it was about 18 degrees up at altitude. I did some consulting with air traffic control in Memphis and brought along extra oxygen and a way to communicate with my dad down on the ground, who was keeping an eye out for air traffic for me. And this flight was not as fun as what I normally do, just skimming across the ground, but I wanted to test the limits of this motor and wing, and at some point the reality that you're dangling from strings 2 miles up sinks in, and that in itself is a pretty cool adventure. The area that's large and green off to the side there is called the Big Lake Wildlife Management Area, and the thinner area off to the west is the St. Francis River. It starts up near St. Louis and ends up winding its way through Arkansas and empties into the Mississippi River down near Helena. There I am at 10,000 feet. Just glad to hit that milestone, but I was getting kind of low on fuel. I was down to about 1.5 liters, so I just turned the engine off and enjoyed the peace and quiet up there. Some people have asked me about the size of the motor and how much horsepower it is. It's called a Parajet Atom 80. It's made in Italy, and it's only a 78cc motor, and it weighs 23 pounds and produces 110 pounds of thrust. The first airplane, the Wright Flyer, also had a 14 horsepower motor, and it was actually 42 times larger at 3,300 cc's, and it weighed 180 pounds. Here I am spiraling back down. I knew I had some extra altitude, so I sent it pretty hard. Right there, the wing kind of partially collapsed, but luckily these wings are pretty safe, and it inflated back for me. But yeah, the fact that a engine that has the equivalent displacement of a 1/3 cup measuring cup could take me from the ground all the way up to 10,000 feet in an hour, it's pretty mind-blowing. Another great flight. Thanks for watching.